Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Stuart Fuchs here, celebrating the 4th of July. Hope you're feeling free, wherever you are. So what I'd like to do with this video is share one of my favorite rock and roll riffs of all time. This is going to be Johnny Be Good by Chuck Berry. Now there is a solo tablature for this introduction. It's available on my website for a low price, so go check that out and then come back here to this video and I'll take you through it in some detail. Now one of the things about this riff is that it's not only a great thing to learn to play, but it's going to build upon some of the rock and roll style strumming that I shared in some other lessons. Another nice side effect of learning this riff is that in order to play it, you're going to need to develop some skills of string embellishments, some slides to simulate string bending. This is going to force your hand to play in a more relaxed way, and I think you're going to find it beneficial for all your playing. So what I'm going to do is play the solo for you, sing a little bit, have some fun, and then come back and I'll show you some more about the riff. So without any further ado, Chuck Berry's ukulele version of Johnny Be Good. 2, 1, 2, 3. Well, she took all of her money out the Southern Trust and put a little boy upon a Greyhound bus, leaving Louisiana for the Golden West. The tears streaming down from her happiness, 'cause a little baby boy named Johnny Be Good was set to make big motion pictures out in Hollywood. Go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny Be Good. Well, she carried his guitar in a gunny sack. He'd sit beneath the trees by the railroad track, and the engineers would see him sitting in the shade, strumming with the rhythms that the drivers made. The people passing by, they'd stop and say, my, how that little country boy can play. Go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny Be Good. Here's the breakdown for the solo. Now just make some stuff up. One more time. Sorry, there's a little too much coffee in my blood right now. Well, his mother told him someday you will be a man. You will be the leader of a big old band. The people gonna come see you miles around. They'll hear you play your guitar while the sun goes down. Maybe someday your name will be in lights, saying Johnny Be Good tonight. Go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 yeah, go, 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 Johnny Be Good. That's a different lesson. Jimi Hendrix. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm just having a great time playing for you. And it comes out a little bit different every time, just doing my thing, how it comes out in this moment. And I hope that you'll treat learning this tune and every tune the same way. It's not about trying to be perfect. It's not about copying exactly what's on the page. You know, we learn what's on the page, but ultimately we want to do it our own way. In fact, that's the way it's going to happen anyway. So it's a real nice thing to honor the moment that you're in and honor where you're at. So do your thing. So that said, I wanted to show you some details of the strumming part and the lead part now, things that I think you'll find really helpful for other areas of your playing. So first let's talk about the strum part. Now up here there's a link to another video I made about adding boogie-woogie notes. It's right there, adding boogie-woogie notes to a 12-bar blues progression. Now this rhythm part is different than what's in the video in a couple of ways. 3 ways actually. First of all, the rhythm I'm playing is not a shuffle. I'm not going... I'm playing it with a driving, even 8th note feel. Okay? Difference number 2 is that I am alternating the notes with I'm fingering and the open strings, and I'm going to show you the pattern that I used in just a moment. And the third way that this is different is the G7 chord. In the video that you clicked on up there, what I'm showing you is a simplified version of this where you're alternating the G7 and a G9 chord. So I'm taking that 3rd finger off to open up the 1st string. Adding that A note creates a G9 chord. Now for this, I'm upping the ante a little bit, and I'm asking you to stretch the pinky a little bit. If you don't want to do this, if this is not possible for your hand for whatever reason, just smile and play the G7 chord, or use the G9 variation. It's totally cool. If you do want to practice stretching the pinky, what you want to do is you strum the chord, then you add the pinky to the 4th fret, and then you stretch it to the 5th fret, and you move it back to the 4th fret, and then you lift it off. Alright? What's going to make this easier is if you soften up the hand, especially the thumb. And you want to angle the hand, instead of angling it that way, you want to angle it a little bit this way towards the sound hole. When you do that, you make the pinky closer to the 5th fret, make the stretch a little bit easier. Okay, just remember, soft hand, angle. Now the pattern goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4, and. Notice how I'm playing the notes. If I just played the notes on the 4th string, here it is with the strum. So the strum never stops moving down and up. Now I do it for the F chord. And then on the G7 chord, it's... Okay, so now some details about the lead part. If you haven't already done it, please click on the link in the description below. It'll take you to my website store where you can buy a very modestly priced copy of this tablature. Your support is so appreciated. It lets me continue to do what I do and help serve you. Now, in this tablature sheet, you're going to notice a couple of things. There are some lines below the numbers in the tab. Those are lines telling you to slide in to a note. So the very first note, it says 4 on the 3rd fret, and then there's a line below it. That means you start below the note. In this case, I'm sliding from 2 frets down. You can slide from 1 fret, 2, or even 3, or just an undetermined place. Sliding forces the hand to be relaxed. Don't grip the ukulele neck tightly. Ooh, that's a big mosquito. Don't grip the ukulele neck tightly. Keep it loose. This forces you to be loose. So before you try to play every note in the solo, hang out with the very first one, because you're going to learn so much about making the hand soft. Now the way you think about this is forget about where you're sliding from, just look at where you're sliding to. And yes, 3 notes later, you slide up 2 notes. Now you're really going to learn how to make a mini bar, small bar, just two strings covered, and you're sliding. Notice also how my thumb stays relaxed and it doesn't move. I'm not going... stays in place and I pivot around it. Finally, I up the ante for the thumb by making the downbeat of measure 1, 2, and 3 a strum of all the strings. So when you're sliding into that bar, every string is played, and then you just go back to those 2 strings up top. So that mini bar, by the way, is achieved by hinging the finger. If your knuckle is not that flexible yet, just be patient with it. Don't force it. You will develop some flexibility in time. So what we're going to do is you put the first finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and this is in measure 6 of your tablature. Okay. Then you're going to put your 3rd finger on the 5th fret, and before you play, angle the hand just a little bit that way. See? Then what you're going to do is you're going to pluck the note on the 5th fret of the 3rd string first and slide up to the 7th fret. Right away, look what that's making you have to do. You have to open up the hand and slide, relax it, keep it soft. Now look where my thumb is. It's resting on the string, and then I pluck. Sounds like a bend. Okay, and finally one other little detail. Because the note you're bending to is a G, sliding into is a G, same pitch as your high G string. If you're playing a high G string ukulele, you can just play all 3 strings. Right? Or any combination thereof. Alright, so it's a big wall of sound. It makes your ukulele sound huge because now you're not just playing 1 note, you're not just playing 2 notes, you're playing 3 notes. And they're all the same pitch. Because they're always going to be a little bit out of tune from each other, you're going to have this wonderful chorus effect. Okay. The rest of the tablature is pretty straightforward. Hope you'll check it out. Alright, so that's my time. Thanks again for watching to the very end. My name is Stuart Fuchs. I really appreciate you hanging out here. If you enjoyed what you watched and you learned some good stuff and had a good time, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. You can also like this video, give it a like, and leave a comment. I absolutely love hearing from you all around the world. It means so much to me that these little videos are helpful to you. So thanks again. Have a beautiful day. All blessings. Keep uking.